Right then, in this video I'll take a detailed look at an Ecodisc! Yes! I've been wanting to surf an Ecodisc for so long! Right then, Ecodiscs are amazing and my favourite type of modern lift, and in this video I surf a second generation Ecodisc which superseded first generation. Third generation came out a year later, superseding the Cone Office series. Now where do I start with these awesome lifts? Let's start with my top 8 reasons why Ecodiscs are awesome. Number 8, they look awesome. Unlike a lot of lifts, effort has been put into the design of these. They just look amazing. Number 7, they have a proper chassis. So many lift companies don't even put a chassis on their posh lifts, and Cone puts a chassis on all of the lifts except for their bottom of the range Ecodisc, which is the one I'm surfing. Number 6, semi-intelligent levelling. This is not simple 2-speed levelling, this is a proper controlled slowdown where the lift slows down. Fuck off, motorbike, I'm recording. Anyway, this is where the lift slows down in a controlled way, but this is only semi-intelligent levelling because it does the last little bit at really slow speed, which brings me on to number 5. It opens the door before it stops. Yes! So awesome, yet so few lifts actually do this. Number 4, they are fun to ride and they have character, something you cannot say about generics, or even the Gen 2. Number 3, they sound awesome. Now what other modern lifts make such an awesome sound like this? Ecodiscs are like the only modern lift that still sounds amazing. Number 2, the logic works so well. When experimenting with Ecodisc, it always does things in the most logical way. Now I've experimented with a lot of lifts and Ecodiscs just work, just how you'd expect. Now number 1, most of all, is the Synchronous Ecodisc. When variable frequency came in, rather than just putting variable frequency into the all-day AC motors, Cone went and designed their own motor from scratch, and it is a synchronous motor where the rotating magnetic field pulls around the motor rather than slips around the motor, which is totally awesome. A real nice bit of proper design and effort went into this awesome motor. So then, yes, lift surfing time. So then, here I am in our building, which was built in 2008, and it has 2 Ecodiscs. This building is in half floor arrangement. The Ecodisc on the right only stops at even floors, and the one on the left, well, you think I'm going to say it only stops at odd floors, but no, it stops at all floors. It has 2 sets of doors and actually stops at every single floor, which doesn't make any sense at all. That is not a logical lift layout in this building. So then, let's first ride the Ecodisc on the right. This one has pseudo floors registered in the logic for the floors it doesn't stop at. Let's ride it!
Going down.
And now to the one on the left. Despite these 2 lifts both being built at the same time, they do actually have their differences. The one on the left is actually sounding a bit rough and doesn't open its doors until it's fully stopped, which is disappointing. Anyway, let's ride it. This lift opens on both sides on the ground floor. It opens up into the service area, which needs a key. But you can open it up by pressing door open. That is just really stupid.
Ground floor. Going up. Going up.
And now up to the top floor I go, and yes, lift surfing time. And the right hand Ecodisc's logic cabinet has not been shut properly. Yes! But first, let's surf the one on the left hand side. I can't get into the logic cabinet on this one, but hey, there's no need, because the last idiot lift engineer left the lights on. Let's surf it.
Going down.
now, another interesting thing about Ecodisc is when it's in manual mode, it doesn't actually synchronise the phase to the synchronous motor's current position. When it works normally it does, because this is a synchronous motor which rotating magnetic field directly pulls the motor around. The phase has to start off matching the lift stop position, so it doesn't get a jolt as the lift starts, and it does this in normal mode, but in inspection it doesn't. As soon as I start it off, it jolts, and often it actually jolts the wrong way. It's like the motor's like snapping back to the phase. Sadly, I can't surf it at full speed, because when you put it back into automatic mode, it goes to the nearest floor at slow speed, and there's not many people about as it's 11 PM and it's Christmas Day. Also, I don't actually want someone to get in and press the top floor. There's room at the top just about, but it's rather scary and claustrophobic. So then if it was going up there, I'd have to stop the lift, and the person in it would press the alarm, which would not be good. Also, Ecodisc stop very violently when doing emergency stop. I don't know why, it's part of its specification to do emergency stop, so it's designed to do so, but when doing emergency stop at full speed, it stops so violently. It actually feels like the whole lift is shaking itself apart. This can't be good for a lift. So in this lift surfing adventure, I was actually really careful to not stop these Ecodiscs at full speed. So then, back to the point, how do I surf this Ecodisc at full speed? Well, it looks like it's not possible, except I can. Let me demonstrate. So then, let's get back in the lift and choose the floor below the top floor, and choose the floor below this, and choose the ground floor. Now I get off the lift at the floor below the top floor, and I press the up call button, so I can also get an upwards full speed surf. That's why I'm on the floor below the top floor, so I don't go right up the top when the lift comes upwards. So then the lift's now gone down to the floor below this one, and once it opens its doors, I open it up and get on top, and it cannot detect this safety break as the safety is already broken since it's opened its doors. Right then, now I'm stepping down onto the lift. Now, never do this if this is your first time surfing a new lift, because if the car top controls do not work, you could become trapped. Now I've already surfed it, so I know the car top controls work, so it's safe to do this. Anyway, let's now surf this lift at full speed.
Ground floor. Going up. Sixth floor.
Now, if you remember my video of the Ecodiscs at Northbourne Court, these lifts only went between ground floor and first floor. They had a pseudo floor halfway between these two floors. And I was wondering, can Ecodiscs actually stop at the pseudo floors? Well, the answer, yes, they can. Because after surfing this lift, it went to the nearest floor, which is floor 7, which it doesn't actually stop at. So it went to the pseudo floor. Right then, along we go to the left-hand lift, and it's MRL Logic Cabinet fun time! Yes! Right then, let's open up this Logic Cabinet and let's take a look at the controls. And there's a floor display here, and this shows the actual floor the lift's on according to the Logic. So this numbers it from 1 at the lowest floor, then counts up, and this is different to the floor on the lift's floor numbering on the lift's indicator. So then, let's call the lift and let's see how the lift's indicator is different from the actual number in the lift's Logic. Let's go! And now we can see that the number in the lift's Logic is 1 higher than on the lift's indicator. This is because of the ground floor, which means that all of the floors have gone out by sync. So floor 8 in the lift's floor numbering is the 9th level in the Logic. And now let's press some buttons in the Logic, and well, it's like a coded menu. You've got your standard buttons up, down, left, right, select and go back, so it's quite a straightforward menu, except you can't see what anything does because all of the different menu options are just numbers. And without the instruction manual, you can do sod all with this. It looks really fun. It's like all the settings are really easily available to play with, except I just can't see what the different settings do. So I don't want to alter anything when I don't know what I'm doing, so I can't really do anything with the buttons on this Logic. And now let's reboot the Ecodisc. So this is the main fuse, let's turn it off. And let's turn it back on again. Hello Ecodisc. And that is what it does when it reboots. It actually reboots pretty quick. And it also knows straight away what floor it's on. Really good positioning system. It doesn't have to go down to the lowest floor like a lot of stupid generic lifts. And now there's loads of fuses in the logic. All these fuses do different things, as well as the main fuses. Also fuses for different parts of the lift, such as the lift car lights. And if we turn it off, it's dark inside the lift. And one thing I didn't know, the actual Ecodisc logo on the Ecodisc is actually glowing. It doesn't glow that much, you can't actually see it, but now the lights off, it's like glowing Ecodisc logo. And there's also loads of other fuses. I'm not quite sure what these do. I think one of them's connected to the variable frequency drive. And if we turn this off, the lift reports an error and it shuts down. And the sign above it goes, lift out of service. Now this is quite worrying because the lift surfing and all the other things I'm doing here keeps making it light up, lift out of service, and reception is right in front of these lifts on the ground floor. So they can pretty much see as soon as the lift goes out of service. And I was like really worried that someone might come up and see what I'm doing straight away. Except no one noticed, which pretty much tells you how unobservant a lot of people are. And now let's turn this fuse back on and the lift resets pretty much straight away. As I said, Ecodisc logic is really good and really much knows what it's doing. And now let's try another one of the fuses. And not quite sure what this particular fuse does, but it's created an error. Another error is lit up on the display and the lift's gone out of service. So let's switch this fuse back and it's still reporting an error. Right, let's reboot the Ecodisc. So turn it off, turn it back on again. Hello Ecodisc, and it's working again. And now there's a little sort of fuse in this lift which is quite hard to see here. And this does the shaft lights. Now I don't know why the shaft lights are in a fuse inside the logic cabinet. On most places, even if it is the lift company that installed the lights, just puts them in a light switch in the lift shaft. Now I don't know why Cone insists on having the light switch in the logic cabinet. Probably to stop unauthorised lift surfing, but hey, it doesn't exactly work. And now it's lift surfing time, so let's surf this lift. And it's full speed lift surfing time. So then get off the lift, call the lift, go inside lift and press the floor below. Well, since it's half floor, it's doing it in full floor, so that's floor 4, and press the ground floor. Press the button and get on the lift.
Going down. Ground floor.
Oh dear, someone's got in the lift. I'm just hoping I not wanted to go up to the top floor. When the lift goes up, it will stop at floor 6 and then I'll just switch it to inspection and the lift won't move and the person will think the lift's broken down and get out. And it's better doing it that way than like switching it to inspection as soon as you see it's going to top floor, because if you do that, the person presses the alarm, which is not good.
Third floor. Going up.
And he's going up the 3rd floor.
Sixth floor.
Now, in this logic cabinet, there's also a little light above the logic, which lights up so you can sort of see what you're doing, which is quite a nice feature. And here is the log card, and it's maintained by Jackson. Nice to know that they've chosen a good company to maintain their Ecodisc, and it's so nice to see that Jackson is so professional where they failed to shut one of the logic cabinets properly, and they failed to turn off the shaft lights in the other lift. Well done, Jacksons, for that. And that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed this MRL logic cabinet fun time.